Hi.
Hi. Hello, everybody. From Wyoming.
And if you haven't been in the loop and you're wondering why the hell are Garrett and Kyle in Wyoming of all places,
All right. Why indeed?
it's upside down.
Why indeed? Look at that.
These flyers are all over the place, and every screen we walk past, we're in the College of Business, the main building for the College of Business right now out at the University of Wyoming. Every screen in this place has our faces on it, and it's very weird. But yeah, we're doing a talk tomorrow. We've been asked to be a part of a speaker series out here at the College of Business. One of the professors out here is a fan of what we do and asked, hey, can you come and tell the story about how you two weirdos started podcasting as a hobby and now it's a small business to some business college students? And we said yes, so we're here.
Yeah.
Part of that ask was by the way, you can just stream from here if you want. We have plenty of gaming laptops and microphones and a freaking Roadcaster, which is what I use at home. So that's lovely.
It's a nice setup. We got the whole spread here. You all are on your own screen there. We're here in one of the tech centers.
Yeah, they actually have like sound baffling and stuff.
Yeah. All that kind of thing.
Yeah, so you might hear a tad bit of an echo, but it's surprisingly sound dampened in here. Yeah, the setup makes them look like sports commentators. Oh yeah, we can draw all kinds of things.
Sure.
We got Kyle and me.
Important
there it
stuff.
is.
But we also have today Monster Hunter Wilds. So we're excited to bring you future entertainment in the Monster Hunter direction. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more.
I don't actually have any clue what you're.
That's because I'm doing such a good job of being so vague. But no,
I feel like you're hinting at something you haven't talked to me about. You
know about it.
What?
You
Getting
know.
to Endgame?
Yeah. And if we, you know,
I don't.
I get to the Endgame. Step one, get to Endgame. So we're gonna continue that process today.
Hey everyone, and welcome to our Clips and Highlights channel. If you want to keep up with everything Kyle and I have going on, make sure you subscribe to the main Grinding Gear YouTube channel, which is where we actually do these streams. That's right, we stream right here on YouTube. Oh, and sub to the Grinding Gear podcast. Apple, Google, Spotify, really any podcast platform. We're probably there. Thanks.
Oh, you're questing.
Yeah, have you talked to the wizard daughter?
No.
Oh, okay. Because we fought the spider an extra time just for funsies for you to farm. I've been playing more Worlds. I did it on the plane ride on my Steam Deck. I'm working on my Luna toaster set.
I woke up from being asleep on the plane and Kyle was playing World.
Yeah, I was killing Gante, you know?
Singular World.
It was a good time.
Lancelot, thanks for the super. I'll be VOD Squad as y'all are ahead of me, but good luck and happy hunting. I heard no one's paying attention to this story, and those that are clowning on it.
Really? I think it's a good story.
The highest compliment I've seen is it's okay.
Huh.
I actually think it's extremely obtrusive compared to World. It's nothing but training wheels. It doesn't let me go do anything when I'm following people, and I find it kind of annoying and
I mean, if you're focused on like they lay down the invisible walls so that you don't move too far away from the people. Sure, but but that's not story. That's trappings. That's gameplay mechanics.
It's old game design that I think feels extremely out of date.
But I like the endemic life thing. I love how much you're a badass and you're just like there to kill, and all you're waiting for is handler permission. That dynamic is way more interesting than the one we saw in Worlds. And I am a badass, and I am ready to kill. So it works out well for me.
World didn't have an interesting story, so I liked that it didn't hold your hand and force you to play it a certain way. And I would say that Wilds has a mildly more, but clamps down on your freedom of being able to do things a lot more in a way that makes me a little more personally hostile towards the story that I think is just kind of fine.
Interesting.
Anyway.
Yeah. I'm not feeling that at all.
Yeah. I'm very surprised that that's the direction they went. It reminds me of story segments of Lost Planet, circa like 2007.
I mean, in that way, the game almost feels like it should have a pop-up early on that just says, The story is best experienced alone. At the end rank is going to be extremely long, and you get to enjoy your time with your friends at that point. Enjoy yourself now. Because, yeah, we could go. Oh. I've run into a Hirabami.
Harambe?
Yeah.
Are we are D out?
Oh, he's handsome.
That is not Harambe.
Oh, look. Oh, he's got friends?
Is it wiser to use a needle to fight, or to hide it in a haystack?
Hiding in the haystack.
Then follow me.
Rogue Mate, thanks for the super earlier. Read it when Kyle's not getting eaten. Wait, what?
I will agree with you that if you're going for just the co-op, the story is in the way.
You get some rest.
Co-op is not factoring into any of my thoughts.
Really?
No.
Oh, you just don't like it?
I think it's kind of mid, and there's too many training wheels. It's 2025. Stop it with the training wheels.
I mean, I don't really know how to take a lot of the conversation about difficulty either, because if you had played a Monster Hunter, this plays very much the same. So, is it hard for people who have never played a Monster Hunter before? Is it a good difficulty for Monster Hunter?
I'm not going to weigh in on that until we actually fight high rank and beyond. I'm not gonna talk about that because right now I feel like it's easier than my experience with World, but World was the first Monster Hunter I ever played, and I did it very recently.
Right.
So I have a harsh A/B test where I struggled in World because I straight up didn't know what I was doing, and now I'm in Wilds and I know what I'm doing. And while it does feel easier, the only thing I can point to that makes it feel easier is the controls are just better. The focus system is amazing. It makes something like the Great Sword, I think, just infinitely more usable. But I don't think that's a bad thing, because I think that system is better than the system in World. I think it's better controls. Does it make it easier because it's giving you more agency? Yes, but I don't see that as a bad thing. So I'm curious to see if there's stuff in high rank that feels harder than what little we've experienced in World already, or if it actually does just legitimately feel easier.
Right. The increased accessibility of hitting your attacks makes the game easier. Does that mean they can go harder at a future point?
Yeah. So far, I think the low rank fights have been exactly what I want out of low rank. They're really thematic. They're fun. I've already gone back and done a few of them just because I'm like, I want to look nice, even though I'm in low rank. I want a matching set. And yeah, so like when it comes to just like doing the Monster Hunter thing of fighting the actual monsters, I'm having a phenomenal time, even just here in low rank still. So in that regard, and actually playing the game, I'm having a really great time, which is probably why I'm like, hurry up whenever I feel like I'm not playing the game. So that's kind of where I'm coming at. Van, thanks for the super. Such a joy to see you two joining us in the addiction. Yeah, I just want to be completely honest. If this man wasn't here, I would skip every cutscene and just get the high rank. That's where I'm at right now.
You monster.
Hunter.
It's so cute. I think, you know what I think it is? I honestly believe that you're not in love with your character as much as I am. And seeing his little adventure with his little cat, it pleases me greatly. He's friend to children. His hair pleases the masses. The thing with the little crystals clattering because the boss made that sound, like there's such cute little lore bits inside. I like the story. I think it's charming. It's got food and old people. But
it's missing characters.
Wait, no, there's handler lady, there's blacksmith, there's child.
They just get excited about things, and
well, I mean that's like,
which is fine, but there's just not much there.
Well, to an extent, because their world is a Ozymandias style world from Watchmen. They have a threat beyond human quarrel at all times, so there's no need for any mustache twirling or villains in this world because the monsters are the villains at all times. So everyone kind of gets along. Like there's not even power of friendship because that's the baseline. Like that's the starting point. There's nothing to overcome other than monsters and maybe our own fear of them.
It's a wonderful theme park.
Yeah.
But that's where the depth ends.
I do think that's where you're going to succeed in that argument in the end is the depth, because things like the secret doing all the driving for you, like even at this point in the Ancient Woods, I was at least starting to be like, oh yeah, the path. I like Camp 1 because Camp 1, I kind of know how to get to the Jagras really quickly. But because of the secret here, I'm just, they're also doing, I think, a better job than Worlds of adding interesting monsters earlier. Like it's not as linear of a progression. Like Rosebud there, that is like Endgame showing off. That was a great, like,
that would have blown my mind in World. Like I would have been dumbfounded, and the fact that they just roll that out right away, I'm like, and it again, it's like it's a double-edged sword because it's really freaking sick, but I think it's another thing that's like building up on. I'm like, I just want to get through the story because if that's what you're leading with, I want to see the crazy shit you have at the end.
And once I'm off those rails, with the secret in tow being a part of those rails,
Yeah.
then I'm telling it where to go. I get to learn the game at its own pace. So yeah, I think your impatience is going to be shared by a lot of people because the superior game, probably at the end game, all the charm will still be there. The cats are still cooking.
Well, I get a sense from talking like reading like our buddy Happy's tweets, talking to Rurikon. I don't come from a background in Monster Hunter, but talking to people that do come from that background, it does feel like more Monster Hunter players are kind of WoW-minded in the way I used to be WoW-minded, which was like, if I'm currently invested in the quest I'm doing, yeah, I'll stop and read some quest text, but for the most part, it's just go, get to endgame. And I am getting that feeling about Monster Hunter where I'm like, I just want to be in high rank. Like, I want to get lost in the gear of it, and it feels like a waste of time to get lost in the gear of it in low rank.
And I think that's a
Which
key.
is not necessarily a bad thing because you need an onboarding thing.
Right.
I want to be clear that like I'm not at war with low rank. It should be there. And I like the world of Monster Hunter. I think I'd like a story to be told there, but so far this isn't doing it for me.
And I think what you're describing to me is why I like the StarCraft the StarCraft campaign. It's so different from multiplayer. It'll still teach me the basic mechanics of controlling things, but ultimately I won't carry those lessons over. So because the story game is the main game, someone in the mindset of I just want to co-op this and I just want to get to these monsters being a big deal would see all this as a delay to that happening. And I think that's 100% fair. That's interesting. I don't see it that way personally, but I do totally understand that.
It's fascinating. That is easily my favorite thing to come out of the campaign so far, are the Woodwoods.
I assume they're old and this is a repeat of something, but at the same time they were wonderfully introduced and completely charming.
I didn't no one in chat were making references, and that makes me think they're new.
Oh, I didn't. I wasn't playing the meta game of that, but yeah.